Oh hi, I'm a failure. And not because I'm in Edmonton. So I was in Edmonton for about a day. It's a big city that's about 3 hours north of Calgary for the second annual Pod Summit, just this kind of conference on podcasting. It's way too bright out here. I also stopped halfway at this little diner called Peter's Drive-In because I want to see myself die before the age of 35. Okay, it's a couple days later, I'm filming with my phone and I'm still feeling bloated. I'm also really in love with that Batman transition I made for my last video. It's just such a shame that I'll never be able to use that ever again. Okay, I have the better camera and the better audio now. I love Pod Summit. The talks, the engaged people meeting, hopefully, new friends. I'm starting to think that I just like conferences. I mean, in the past few years, it seems like I've been to a lot of them.
I'll make it one day, someday, somehow, some way. And I hope that someone sees that.
And then continue on, up the Nile, where Catherine and I were able to discover the fountainhead.
Well, this is the last public thing I'm doing at VidCon, so I feel like I need to say first thing, what a great community, what a great bunch of people. This is a great convention center. My team is really fantastic, and I'm really happy right now.
That ate up 2 minutes. Do you know any jokes?
And that's just the Hank Green ones. I've loved and been inspired by attending these conferences that I thought I should create my own, along with a bunch of other organizers. But I failed, and for a bunch of different reasons. I could complain and blame the world for not making me rich or popular, but that's just the genetic lottery that I won. And that's a bit more glib than I would intend. Here's the thing. You might remember this video where I pitched to you to help out. This would be a convention for fans, it would be a convention for creators, it would be a convention for marketers. It's called the Calgary Digital Expo. DEXPO for short. It was that or CalDigipo, and that sounded too much like a rare Pokemon. Well, a few days ago, after making 25% of our goal, time ran out, and we were unsuccessful in funding our project. Something that I don't think was effectively communicated was just how much we were using the Kickstarter as a basis to gauge interest. And it became interpreted by many that it was simply a money grab without any proof that this thing was gonna happen. Which is entirely fair. None of us had ever tried something like this, or at this scale. Sure, we've created meetups and networking events, but nothing that would require security, food, speakers lined up, AV setup, and most likely other things I haven't thought of. And therein lies the other problem. Perhaps we were dreaming too big for the first year. Perhaps instead of 1,000 people or more, we should have tried making this an event that catered to 100. Which I have to say does seem weird. There are at least 1,000, if not more, video creators in this city, be they amateur, professional, or somewhere in between. Then there's the fans of YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. I do believe there's a market here, it's just trying to find them effectively. But if it's the fans you're looking for, what you need are guests and events that cause them to want to come, and there lies the bigger failing. We had a few guests confirmed and announced, a few others that were days away from being able to announce, which is something we should have been working on sooner. All I can say is that we weren't able to accomplish it. Chalk that up to being busy trying to do this in our free time when everyone at least has a single full-time job. I have 5, not to brag. I'm so tired. So with the Kickstarter not being presented in the best possible way, perhaps dreaming too big, and not having more guests and sponsors lined up, it's easy now to see why this failed. Does this mean that I'm living my life in despair? No. I mean, no more than usual. I'm definitely disappointed. I know this is an idea that can work. It's now time to go to the drawing board and figure out how to prove that. But this was my failing, along with the rest of the planning committee, and we understand that. There's that cliche that if you're not failing, you're not learning, and for once, I think I fully understand that. This doesn't dissuade me from pursuing a convention that will happen in Calgary. It emboldens me to make it happen even more. We'll definitely talk later about this. Thanks to everyone who did take a chance and help to fund it. As per Kickstarter's terms of service, you were refunded anything you donated. And to the non-believers, I can't wait to prove you wrong. I'll see you on Thursday.